Hey guys, Hybrid Tour Reviews here, bringing you the clone Commando from the Bad Batch. Not Republic. Republic's gone in the Bad Batch. These figures are super cool. I love a good army builder, and the all-white Commando is a figure that I've been waiting for in the line for some time. It doubles up as a Battlefront 2 figure. If you were waiting for that in the Gaming Greats line, well, your wait is over. It's right here. It is the Clone Commando helmet on the Hunter body. I know that doesn't float a lot of people's boats. Doesn't bug me at all. They look super cool. So let's get into the review and see if this is something that you feel you should add to your shelf or not. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the Black Series Republic Commando. So this is the all-white Commando as they appear in the Bad Batch series. As always, this is your standard Black Series windowless packaging, which is thankfully going away. You have the Black Series logo up top. Above, the render of the Commando looking cool. They kind of do some little like smoky effects down near his legs too. That's kind of different. Bad Batch, maroon across the front. Clone Commando, warning 4+ Hasbro plastic-free packaging. This side of the box features some cool artwork of the Commando. This side features the Black Series logo, the render of the figure showing he stands exactly 6 inches tall. Plastic-free packaging down below. Run back at your logo, your render, a bio about the Commandos in varying languages. Pause and read whichever one applies best to you. Below that, you have your legal stuff, your barcode, more legal stuff, and a little hanger tab with no window up top. Very standard plastic free. Let's go ahead and open them up, take a look at what we get here, and get into the review. Alright, here's the Commando out of the box, and as always we're just going to start by taking a look at the accessories first. So, he comes with the standard Commando backpack, looking really cool in all white, with just a couple little red buttons, and then the dark gunmetal gray vents down below. Looks excellent, has that T-shaped peg in the back. It's a very fat peg. When you peg it into the figure, that T-shape makes it so that the peg cannot be rotated, so the backpack stays in the correct orientation, but it also makes it so that it stays on very nice. Now, he also comes with the Clone Commando blaster. However, this is wrong. I will say, it looks good. It's in a very, very dark gray, almost black plastic. No paint on it. Very standard stuff. Now, while this is a Clone Commando, I said this blaster is wrong. And the reason I'm saying that is that in the Bad Batch, the White Commandos don't carry that blaster. They carry the standard Clone Trooper blaster. And this isn't a new piece to Hasbro, as they've made clones before, so it's really just an inaccuracy. That is accurate, however, to Star Wars Battlefront 2. So the real easy solution that they could have done here is just taken this figure and put that Gaming Great sticker on there, and then just release it at GameStop as a Republic Commando one. But because it is a Bad Batch figure, I do have to say he has the wrong blaster. Now, there's no weapon storage, he just carries it. And we'll say, he looks good with it. It's not a real gripe. But, come on, if this is like the adult premium, collectible figure line, do your homework, Hasbro. Watch the show. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and set the blaster now off to the side. Now, I gotta say, we have gotten a few Commandos in the line so far. And, due to no fault of its own, this one's the most boring one. It looks great. It looks awesome. But in the show, they are just in all-white armor. Nothing really to talk about, like a standard clone trooper. These are the grunts, if you will. I'm kind of hopeful that we get those gray Camino Security Commando ones, where they just basically have dark gray stripes down the arms and on the knee pads and stuff. I don't think I'd go as hard on them as I did here. I bought 3 of this one. I'd probably go just 1 or 2 of that one and just make them be a big group. But, it's just a very simple design. It's just a white trooper with a black bodysuit. And it came out pretty good. I do really like the paint applications on the visor. It's a very nice metallic ice blue. Looks very good. The black on the mouth and the chin markings is done very well. No paint around the helmet anywhere else. And same to be said, really, of all of the body pieces, where it's just all white. There's no paint anywhere, unless it's black bodysuit or the gray on the backpack and the red buttons on the backpack. So, very simple, very standard. I will say, also, this is reused from the Hunter mold. So, like all of the GameStop Commandos, he has that port for the knife on the bottom of his left forearm. I really wish, with as much mileage as they've gotten out of this mold, that they would have just, retooled a forearm somewhere along the way. Doesn't ruin it, but, they had the reusability. It would have been fine. And especially in a figure like this, where there's no paint, and head to toe everything is 100% reuse. I think the budget in sculpt was there. It's not like they used it for the helmet or something. So, is what it is. Another thing and it's very subtle. And honestly, looking at it on camera, I'm not seeing it as bad, and I'm only just noticing it in person. I've kind of been looking for it. I've seen other reviews mention that there's different shades of white here, and there kind of are, but they're not really. What it is like the abdomen is like a hard white plastic, but then like the torso and the shoulder pads and the arms and the legs are kind of like a rubbery plastic, like just not even rubbery, they're just a softer material. Whereas like this is like hard. So the white on the abdomen, just due to different material, seems a hue lighter, but it's not bad, and it's not a game changer on this by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, I think it looks all right, but it's just something to note for in person. I'm going to run through some articulation on this, although if you've seen any of my Commando reviews, you probably know what you're getting here. I'll keep the backpack on too, of course. It features the double barbell neck, allowing the head to look that far up, that far down, side to side, and get some pretty good tilt. His arms come up to a T-pose and then even higher if you choose to. He has a pretty good butterfly joint in there. 360 at the shoulders. The shoulder pads are on a ring in the joint, so they'll travel with it. Single jointed elbows that go past 90 degrees and rotate. 360 on the wrist, with the left one hinging in and out, the right one hinging up and down. He has a mid-torso ball joint that allows him to crunch that far forward, that far back, side to side, and there's some pretty good pivot in there. His legs can kick that far apart, he can go that far forward, a little bit back, upper thigh rotation, and then there's single jointed knees that allow him to bend a little past 90 degrees there, and then there's a swivel at the knee. The feet can point that far down, that far forward, and there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get some pretty decently wide stances with both feet flat on the floor. To do a few size comparisons, of course this one won't necessarily be bigger, but here is Republic Commando Scorch, because we see him in the Bad Batch. I'm just going to bring in the teammates. I don't know what order I'm going to release these in, so I'm going to use the Season 1 batch, because I haven't actually opened my Season 2 batch yet. This is my first one I'm filming on this day of recording. But there's so much reuse in these figures that the height comparison will translate no matter what. So, of course, we have Echo Tech, Wrecker, and Hunter down here. And then, I haven't picked it up yet, but a local comic shop has it on hold for me, and I got to go get it directly. I don't have the Season 2 Omega. So there's the Season 1 Omega. And yeah, as far as size comparisons go, I feel this works pretty good. So, in conclusion, what do I think of the Clone Commando? These are super awesome figures. I've always loved this body mold and these Commandos, and the GameStop Commandos I've loved, and I like the Hunter figures that use these parts, and just there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm really happy with it. You know, this year I've not done as much army building as I've done on years prior, but when I saw 3 of these guys on that Walmart end cap, I had to grab all 3 of them. I needed a few of these guys. They're pretty amassable, and they're also pretty widely available and still in stock on Walmart.com, so don't tell me that I'm scalping and hoarding and all that shit. There's enough for everyone. You just have to go look for them. But yeah, I'm really happy with these figures. I think you'll be too. However, if you're not big on the skinnier body or whatever, that's not as big as my 2004 video game Republic Commandos were, then pass. We get it. We've heard your arguments. We don't care. Excellent figures, fun to pose, just awesome to have in the collection. Highly recommend them. It's good. Go pick them up. Alright, I'm going to go work on something else now. Thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. I'll catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of you. Bye.